welcome back to Beauty Bee. Today we are doing a Dupetorial / inspired tutorial on the, let me check the name, Marc Jacobs Beauty Iconic Multi-Finish Eye Palette in Cherrific Very Merry Cherry Edition. That was a mouthful. If you are here looking for a first impression or a review of the Marc Jacobs palette, sorry, I don't have it. This is not the video you're looking for. Hope to see you next time. These Dupetorials are where I go in to my collection and I try to make the look that I would most like to make with a new release from items that I already have in order to convince myself that I don't need that palette, and to suggest to others that they do the same. Maybe look at what they already own and see if this new item would actually be somewhat redundant. So that's it for the preaching. I will put up a picture of the palette that stars which shades you should use to create the look that I am creating, if you happen to actually own it or you're looking for dupes within your own collection. So I don't usually start with my lid, but I think that today that makes sense. I want to use that very center shade of the palette, which is a pinky gray. It's really a pretty color, and to do that I'm going to mix a little bit of this shade from the e.l.f. Very Bad palette with quite a bit of this gray from a Wet n Wild, the Wet n Wild Silent Treatment palette. I'm just going to put that all over the lid. I had just a little bit of eye primer that hadn't gotten blended in there, so I needed to scratch that off. I'm going to go into a little bit more of both of those shades because I just want a little bit more oomph from that. Apologies if the lighting keeps changing throughout the video. I am filming with my window open and it's a cloudy day, so blame Mother Nature, not me. Okay, so we've got the most basic color all built up, and now the really interesting part, as far as I'm concerned, is going to be the crease. I want to do two tones in the crease, sort of a more reddish tone in here, and then a more berry purple tone on the outer half of the crease. So I'm going to start with the inner half, I think. And for that, I'm going to again use this Very Bad palette and this very dark red. And I'm going to take this on this tiny little fluffy crease brush. I don't want to go too crazy with this color because it looks like eye irritation very quickly if I build it up too much. I'm just going to put that on the inner half of my crease. Just right there. Oof. Wow, that was impressive. Or not. Would putting me dropping my brush in slow motion make me seem more relatable? Isn't that the trope? Take this berry shade, same brush. Isn't that the trope of the girl in the rom-com who she's just like you, except, you know, she's a beautiful Hollywood starlet, but she trips sometimes? I know that looks messy right now, but it is going to get better. Okay. We're at the messy stage of the look. Now, before things get better, they're going to get worse. And I'm going to put some more of this purple on a little smudger brush and just put that under my eye. I'm really tapping it off this time because I don't want any excess. That would be highly unfortunate. Purple fallout under the eye is rarely a good look. So here's the part where we finally fix this situation. And for that, I'm going to use actually a little bit of a couple different colors. I'm going to take a little bit of this dark peach and mix it with quite a bit of this matte pink shade, sort of a beige pink. And I'm going to buff out the entire crease area. And I will just clean that up with a with makeup remover. Okay, so as you can tell, I've got it way high up at this point, but we're going to do actually two things to help with that. The first is that I'm actually going to blend this part too, just to make sure that I have everything where I want it. So I've got that blended. Now I'm going to add some brow bone highlight that will somewhat erase the very edge of this under some lighter colors. And for that, I think I'm going to use this shade. If I can find a good brush for it, there it is. I'm going to use the same brush that I used on the lid. I've just wiped it off on a washcloth to make sure I'm not getting any of that silver pink. Okay, I revised my earlier statement. I think there might be 3 steps to fixing just how far up that purple went, and one of them is makeup remover. So I don't mind really going in at different points in my makeup with some remover. I find that I often get results that I really like by just being liberal in my application and then being equally liberal with remover. So I will actually save that probably till the end of the video because I just want to get the rest of my makeup on my face first, and then we'll see where we're at. All right, so I think I'm going to go into my lips next. First, I'm just going to blot off any of the excess chapstick that I have on my lips now, and I'm going to go in with this matte liquid lip. You'll see the color once I have it on. I really wanted to keep with the cherry theme. So this pinky red seemed like the perfect color. My lips are not in the greatest shape today. I mean, they're pretty okay, but these Maybelline Superstay mattes really do a nice job of not accentuating how big of a mess your lips might be when you put them on. Greatly appreciated. The names of everything that I use is in the description box if you're interested. However, it would be pretty hypocritical of me to pretend like you couldn't get this look with very different products. So again, keeping with the cherry theme, I think I'm gonna go absolutely ham on blush. I've got 3 out, and I'm going to definitely use at least 2 of them, starting with this e.l.f. Multistick. I'm just gonna dot that onto my cheeks and blend out with a brush. You don't actually need a brush to blend this out, but I like using it, so why not? Blush smiles are truly a terrifying subgenre of smiles. They're just horrifying. I'm going to top that off both to help with texture and to really amp up the pink throughout the day with this Tarte Harmony blush, which is sort of a nudie pink on me. This really doesn't add a whole lot of color, but it does. I do feel that it sort of locks in the e.l.f. product. Now, is that too much glow? Honestly, probably, but I kind of want to put more on, so I'll just be light-handed with this blush topper. This is a quite shimmery, but really not that pigmented pink. And I'm going to use that more as a highlight. I'm just going to put it on my cheekbones. Give that a little bit of glow. Okay, so I think that's good for the cheeks. I don't know why I decided not to put on mascara and do my eyebrows earlier, but I feel like I should probably do that. And yeah, I mean, I think that's most of the look. I will put my mascara and do my brows off camera, do any cleanup work that needs to be done, and we'll regroup at the end and discuss any changes I've made. All right, and I think we're good. What I did was I just ran actually a little water rather than makeup remover over this area on both sides of the eye, and then I applied a little bit of extra brow bone highlight. Again, it was just this shade, and filled in my eyebrows with powder, put on mascara, both top and bottom? Top and bottom lashes. Had to check there, got confused for a sec. I've actually worn this look before. I wore it last week, I think just a day or two after they sneak peeked the palette. I think it's really pretty. It wore really well throughout the day, and I'm really glad that this video gave me the excuse to redo it. I really like this look. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed and that you'll consider liking and subscribing if you did. I'm always open to suggestions on other releases to do tutorials on, so if you have any of those, feel free to let me know. And I hope that I will see you in the next one. Bye!